All right, boys, today is a special day. I think. I don't know. I wish I had a face cam, but I don't because I think this video is going to be quite long and then my camera just can't take it like to like 10 minutes or longer. So this is a very important video. A lot of people will say, "Oh my god, where's the cursed images? I'm getting withdrawal." Okay, calm down. Break the routine just a little bit. Today's video is about Legends Limited transforming Goku Black is unacceptable. Okay, this is pretty important news because you know how long it took me to get this freaking yellow Goku Black, and I already have my own feedback towards him. And I feel like this will validate it even more. This is Garesh's video. All right, I got to do it justice by putting it to 1080p, 60 frames per second too. Okay, okay, I'm delaying the video, but basically he's talking. I've watched like the first minute of the video. I'm just gonna add on towards it. Okay, I'm not gonna have the whole thing like play his whole video. I'm not gonna like freaking bootleg off him, but it's just a good piece of evidence to validate what I'm talking about and how this Goku Black isn't as premium as we thought. And it's also like, this also isn't a Goku Frieza situation since 5th anniversary, I think, where they got a beautiful buff for free to make them better. I feel like they can't do this here. I feel like they just got to put in so much effort that it's going to be a whole revamp of the kit. And it's just not even going to be the same unit if like at all. So I don't know. So let's watch the
Hey
video.
guys, so today we're going to be talking about the new transforming Goku Black. At this point, I have recorded quite a few videos on him. Not all of them will be out by the time this video goes live, but throughout the course of the next few days, I'm going to be releasing all the videos that I've done. I've had a decent amount of time, decent amount of experience playing with this character and playing against this character. And I mean, you guys can feel free to come to your own conclusions, of course, but my conclusion after using this character and experiencing what he has to offer is that he is severely undertuned to the level that I really do think something needs to be done about this character. Unfortunately, biggest or second biggest celebration of the year, Legends Fest anniversary. Whenever we get a part 1 character that does not feel up to par, which we saw this with Goku and Frieza when they released, and they actually did do an emergency buff on them. It just doesn't feel good when, you know, we've been waiting all year for Legends Fest. People are excited for it, and we get a character like this that just doesn't live up to the level that they should be at. My main point behind making this video, by the way, isn't even for you guys per se. This is actually going to be more so geared towards the development team, if they are watching this, which I think they are. So this is more geared towards you guys.
Let me pause. Wait. Okay, that's how you pause. Okay. Out of all the yellow LF units that came out this year, can we say this is the worst one? I don't know. Maybe on their first week, it felt lackluster. I can see Goku Black aging good, but then again, he can only age good as the cycle of a Legends unit. You know, Legends units don't age well to begin with, but for him, he's a bit better. But like, what does it even say? Like, oh yeah, he's gonna be mid longer. He's gonna be mid a bit longer than usual. Like what? You know, and yeah, so we've got Trio Mike Goku. He's good. We got Super Baby 2, which I wish they just made a fusion of what they have with Goku Black now and Super Baby 2. And then that should have been what Goku Black Legends Fest should have been. Let's continue.
Okay, the development team, I'm going to list out some of the points that I think are not working for this character, some of the problematic areas of this character's design. I'm not going to go through individual things like, oh, he should be doing this, he should be doing this, he should be doing this.
I will.
I'm just going to be pointing out where the flaws are, and then I would like to see something be done here. They did mention when they did buff Goku and Frieza during the 5th anniversary that they would not be doing this again. I think they specifically said it was going to be a one-time thing. So if they're not open to doing a Goku and Frieza style buff for this character, then I think something maybe in the form of an equipment that has like a like a unique equipment that has like a guaranteed 3rd red slot on it or something. At the very least, I think is something they should do for this character, because having this character release in the state that he released in, it's
Okay,
just
first of all, I don't think they'll do like even that's not enough to fix. Well, I don't want to say fix to make him Legends Fest worthy. You know, what do you think? I don't think Legends is that nice to give this guy an equipment with a guaranteed red third slot, but basically an extra passive. Nah, they won't do that. I swear.
It
Good
leaves,
idea though.
number one, it leaves a bad taste in the mouths of the players. That's number one. And number two, for somebody who's been waiting for future buffs for a long time, and there definitely are many of them because future has not been touched in over a year, to get a character like Goku Black, especially a super hyped character like Goku Black, and for him to not be able to compete with the best characters in the game does not feel good.
Exactly.
So I'm going to be going through a bunch of different...
I've been through Twitter. You got to take my word, what I've seen with my eyes. I've been through the feed. They've been making tier lists already. Vegito Blue, everyone at least put him in top 3. Goku Black, top 10 at best. I've seen him put this Goku Black at number 7 and 8. A lot of the time. And the people that make tier lists, I'm just gonna take their word for it, and they're probably like a good player. They've at least gone to the realm of God rank at least once, you know? So yeah, I'll take their word, because even I'm playing Goku Black now, and I'm like, why is he worse than Tria Might Goku? That's aged this much already. Like Goku Black, Tria Might Goku should be in his mid phase right now. His mid phase slowing down, but he's still a lot better than this Goku Black.
Points here, and hopefully, you guys are able to see this and either make some corrections here for this character or something moving forward, because this was not an acceptable release in my opinion. Okay, so the first thing I want to discuss is the new mechanic that this character has introduced to the game. This is the line right here. Inflicts all enemies with no special cover changing for 15 timer counts. Now they added a little bit of a new display icon on the opponent's character icons that show you when they are not able to perform special cover changes. The reason why they did that is because of this mechanic. This is different than special cover change nullification. This is not a buff that you apply to yourself. This is a debuff you're applying to the enemies, which prevents them from special cover changing. So it's not something you can remove or alter in any way. I would like to actually think about this like the no switching mechanic. There is no way currently in the game to remove no switching. It's just something that's applied to you as a blanket debuff, and you can't interact with it in any way other than just waiting for it to expire. That's similar to how this works. Yeah. Now, in theory, this does sound quite interesting, but in reality, this is not a very good mechanic. And the reason why is because the argument that this mechanic will do well in the future, because maybe they're going to start releasing characters that don't have special cover change nullification or something like that. It sounds like it might have some validity, which, we're going to release a character that doesn't have special cover change in the future, but instead we're going to make him do more damage or something like that in sacrificing his special cover change nullification. First of all, this character is not set up to age well whatsoever, so you're not exactly going to be running him in the future at all. I would argue.
No pun intended.
And second, I don't want them to be giving I don't want them to not be giving special cover change nullification to characters in the future on purpose to artificially inflate the value of this mechanic. So that's the first point here. The second point is every character that comes out in 2024 that is worth anything has special cover change nullification built into their kit somewhere, right? I mean, we could literally pull up almost any character that's released recently that's worth anything. Majin Vegeta, Turles, Gotenks, Dream Might Goku. Let's just take a look here and see what their special cover change nullifications are. 10 counts on fighting this character, numerous. These type neutral defensively. I can confidently say that this character does not do a good job of just tanking. He does not eat damage well.
Yes. Okay. Let me start off with my experience. And everybody who has played Goku Black knows what it's like. For Trio My Goku and for Super Baby 2, I would say, is he a defense type? Trio My Goku? Well, who cares? He has a defense unique gauge, therefore he's pretty good. And if anything, his defense unique gauge goes up as well when allies take damage. And he has this second, it almost feels like a second version of his unique gauge once an ally dies, I think, and he has super, super low HP or something. I can't remember. It's when Trio My Goku, it's in the last stretch of the fight where he's like nearly dead. Your team's nearly dead, and when you use the strike arts, when you start using strike arts, the defense gauge goes up rather than you getting hit. So that part of Trio My Goku comes in so clutch because it's like, whoa, they didn't really, really, really need to do that, but that made me win so good. If he's that makes him a very good defense unit. And then for Super Baby 2, it takes like 3 cards to build up his defense unique gauge. And, after that, it resets and it reduces the enemy's vanish gauge and you heal. And it's basically the big disrupt. But the thing about this Goku Black is that his unique gauge doesn't reset once it's full. It does the same debuff as Super Baby 2, but we forget the landscape of the game now. If it's like the dude pulled out freaking green Vegito Blue, Ultra Vegito Blue, and merged Zamasu. I need Goku Black's freaking unique defense gauge to reset and do it again, okay? He's gonna get fucking one comboed if I don't swap into someone else. That defense gauge is freaking useless, bro. Okay? If Green Vegeta Blue is comboing this Goku Black, okay, 3 cards, 3 card hits, boom. I heal a bit. My defense unique gauge is full. Vegito Blue gets debuffed. Boom, he's gonna switch to Merge Zamasu. He's gonna switch to Ultra Vegito Blue and continue the damage. And I can't do anything. I've sponged the maximum damage I could. Now I just need to wait until I get the priority before I can do something with Goku Black, which is such a letdown for a defense unit and for a Goku Black unit. Like, can I sponge more, please? Like, that's the limit of the defense mechanism until I get priority again. Okay, and that freaking disgusting as green card for base Goku Black before he transforms. I don't understand it. Can it just be a universal counter like Ultra Vegito Blue? Like, he's gonna transform anyway, so there's no way we're gonna abuse it that much. And when you successfully get the green card, it's not even that good. It's not even that good. Like, a good example is when Garish was doing it, he got the green counter. He was playing base Goku Black, and then he did the counter. Goku Black did the, oh, wait, I'm getting stronger. This pain makes me more horny, whatever the fuck. And, it reduces the enemy's vanish. You can just, we reset to mid-range, and Goku Black can just go hard, right? But the problem is, my experience, my card is just all blasts. Fuck, Goku Black does not have blast armor. So when my hand is only blasts and we reset in mid-range, it does not matter if I reduce the vanish gauge of the enemy. All he needs to do is, he could tackle really quickly, and then it's even ground because I might vanish the tackle if he does it very fast. That's very hypothetical. B, the unit 99% of the time will have blast armor. So when I press that blast card, it's not going to do shit. And Garish's thing, what he did was very smart, but it was very bad for the game. When he did the green card counter, it inflicted no switching and reduced the vanish gauge of the enemy, and it reset to mid-range. So Garish did the Rising Rush. Do you know what the enemy did? He was trying to Rising Rush green Vegito Blue. Vegito Blue transformed into, well, it was green base Vegito. the Legends Fest one, he transforms to Vegeta Blue. Do you know what that does? It restores his vanish gauge. So he basically vanished the mid-range Rising Rush, which was the only thing he could have done in that situation to inflict the damage. And he vanished it. And then the no switching was done. And then he swapped into a unit and basically destroyed the Goku Black. I'm just sitting there like, did they... What? This is what I mean by like, how are they gonna fix this unit if they were to do an emergency revamp like the Goku Frieza unit? They just can't.
You would think after looking at what his kit is and what his stats are, I mean, he has good defenses transformed. He's got over 200,000 defenses fully arts boosted. He's got the 70% damage reduction. He's got the extra.
But that's the thing. The defense is good once he transforms, but you don't want to really tank that much. When you transform, that's when you go like, all right, fucking, I've sponged all the damage. All right, let's pull a big reversal. Let's make the comeback, you know? And like, sometimes you do, you know, the defense gets buffed, but like, why can't the defense be very, 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 very good in Goku Black? And then the transformed Rose is still very good defense, but very good offensively. I don't want to trade the stats, you know?
Extra damage reduction against the specific types of damage. Where is it? Right here. I guess it is only for 10 timer counts, huh? That's interesting. I didn't realize that's why. Okay, that's really weird. But you would think he would be tanking better than he actually is tanking. But for some reason, he just takes so much damage. And I think, again, you're fighting characters like Majin Vegeta, Vegito Blue. Like, it doesn't really matter. Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks. It's very tough for this guy to be sitting there and taking hits.
Exactly. There's no defense mechanism there's no discouragement for the amount of cards. Okay, there's combo compensation, right? The next consecutive card is going to be significantly reduced compared to the last card, right? Of the combo. But what is really stopping them? Because once you hit 3 cards and you filled up the unique gauge with Goku Black, cool, you debuffed Gotenks a little bit. He's still going to continue the combo. And not only that, he's going to switch to Vegito Blue, the green one, that's going to combo for the next 2-3 minutes. And then he's going to swap into Vegito Blue, and he's got that power unique gauge that can freaking combo for another 2 years. So, like, I'm just like, they're like, fuck, my Goku Black should be doing something more than this now. Like, it just put a limit to it, you know, in the first minute of the combo, rather than it should be discouraging more and more and more. Like, you know, they could have made Goku Black, you know, be so much more stronger the more card arts he's been tanked, you know? Or they could have made his defense a lot better. But he's just neutral. Like, after that base Goku Black unique gauge is full, he's just neutral. It's like, okay, now I just got to rely on the base defense to make sure he doesn't die.
Where his gauge is filled up and you can't, like, these things all feed into each other, right? We just talked about his unique gauge not being very consistent. And if he's not getting the healing here, he's not healing via any other means besides when the enemy switches and it's 5% healing. He should be healing 5% per card that he takes. Exactly. Let alone when a character switches. Like, there's no other disrupt. There's no other defense.
You know it's sad. When I need to rely on the card arts, the health attachment. You know what you know how Blast Arts cards have like the break feature. They can break through blast armor. Some can inflict paralyze, a chance to inflict paralyze, and then there's the ones that heal. You know it's sad when I need to rely on that to make sure Goku Black has enough health for healing.
There's nothing else going on here for him defensively other than the gauge. So when he's just taking hits from Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks or Majin Vegeta or Vegito Blue, like, you don't feel his presence on the team as a defensive character.
Hell no.
Right? Compare this guy's bulk, and I'm not talking about disrupt, I'm not talking about healing, just his ability to take and mitigate damage. Compare that to Majin Vegeta or Turles, and it's, to me, it doesn't even really feel close. Majin Vegeta and Turles both take damage way better than this guy does.
Exactly.
Even though this guy is designed to be first and foremost a tank character,
Freaking Garlic
Majin
Jr.
Vegeta, I mean, clearly based off of the way that they designed Majin Vegeta, I mean, he is probably more so designed to be an offensive character, and I would argue that Majin Vegeta defensively takes 3 times better. Like he's able to perform a role as a defensive tank character 3 times better than this Rose almost is. And yeah, I'm not even gonna get into the specifics of how Turles it's not like, if you want to compare Turles to this guy defensively, it's not even.
I don't have Turles, by the way. I can imagine.
These characters didn't even release in the same year. That's how big the gap is between Turles defensively and this character. So him as a tank on the future team, it doesn't even come close to being as good as it should be. The next point
just as a base tank, he's not good.
I would say more so just like an
good,
overall look at how this character is positioned right now. I would argue that this character is the most important piece of the puzzle to pushing the future team back into relevancy. And that really was the idea. That really was the agenda for this.
Exactly. There's probably people out there that pulled Goku Rose, this one right here in front of the screen, and pulled Vegeta Blue, but they still bring out in PvP Merge Zamasu, Ultra Vegeta Blue, and the newest Vegito. You know, even though they have this Goku Black right here, they're like, nah, I'll still put Ultra Vegeta Blue. A freaking old ass unit. Well, not that old, but a freaking old, not the future one, the current future unit, the current future Legends Fest Part 1 unit. No, I'm not bringing him. I'm bringing out this old Ultra unit. Older.
Part 1 of Legends Fest was to get Future back onto the map in terms of relevancy and competitiveness with the rest of the game. Future is a team that has not been touched or buffed for over, 15 months or something like that. So they really had a lot of catching up to do. The last new character to release for Future was Purple Cell. Yes, they have the Zenkai for Fusion Zamasu, but I'm talking about new character releases. So, you know, we have a decent amount of options for Future now. We have Zenkai Fusion Zamasu, we have Vegito Blue, we have Red Mayo, I think is actually a pretty good 1% sparking. But this Rose is really poised, I think, to be the centerpiece of the team with his sub-count manipulation, Rising Rush defensive mechanics, and sustainability, right? That's the kind of character you're looking at to be the linchpin of your team. Vegito Blue is an overwhelming offensive character. He is a crazy character. I think he's just insane. But he's not going to be the most important character on your team. The most important character on your team is going to be a Rose. It's going to be a Turles. It's going to be a Majin Vegeta, who's able to center the team around them and essentially act as like the base of the team. That is what this Rose's intended role was for the future team. So for him to be this undertuned means the entire team is going to suffer. And ultimately, I just don't think, because of the way that they designed and built this Rose, I don't think they've been successful in creating an environment where this new future team can really compete with teams utilizing characters like Majin Vegeta and Turles. With this guy serving the most important role on Future, I think there should be some kind of support in his kit. Obviously in some way other than just the bad anti-special cover changing mechanics. We've seen many offensive based characters provide support in the form of damage inflicted for almost no reason before. Like a good example that I can think of is just last year's Part 1 Legends Fest character transforming Ultimate Gohan into Beast Gohan. He, for whatever reason, just gives blast damage support to the whole team, right? The tag Gammas, Gamma 1 and 2, give damage support to the whole team, even though they're clearly not a support character. This is the exact role, this Rose, his position on Future is exactly the type of position where we would be expecting this character.
Oh yeah, this is completely irrelevant. I just want to say for 10 seconds, the freaking Cell and Frieza aren't even powerful opponent. What is this? I swear they're not powerful. I know that it'll be too crowded because I think they have a lot of tags already, but freaking hell. That's the top of my head. I'm pretty sure they're not powerful opponent. Anyway.
Character to perform and provide some type of support to the team, whether it's in the form of just straight up damage at the start of the fight. Maybe, you know, whenever he gets hit, he gives damage support to the team. Whenever his unique gauge fills up, he gives support to the team. There's nothing like that on this character. And for the role that he's designed to fulfill on the team, that is a little bit strange to me, considering how lenient they've been with giving out damage support to the team on other characters that don't frankly even need it. Like, even like purple Ultimate Gohan, like, why does he give support when his unique gauge fills up? That's not
because he's Gohan, bro.
Range attacking character. Like, why does he do that? I don't know. Why couldn't this Rose get something like that? It doesn't make any sense to me. All right, so the final thing I want to just quickly mention here in terms of specific areas where this character is lacking in is just the fact that he's a transforming character in general. And now I understand the reason why they wanted to do this. They wanted to make him a transforming character because it would just be more aesthetically cool. I think the animations, like this obviously doesn't have anything to do with his animation. I think the character looks very good. He's, you know, aesthetically, I would say probably worthy of a part 1 headlining Legends Fest character. The LF animation looks good. The transforming animation is one of the better transformations in the game for sure. It looks really, really cool. But functionally, what is the what is the vision behind this guy being a transforming character? What does he accomplish with having a base form and a Super Saiyan Rose form? And the answer is really nothing. The only...
Exactly. You know what I would have wanted? I thought they were gonna punish people for using too much strike arts, because the combo compensation can only go so far, right? Like, if I'm a red unit, if I'm freaking Aleph Gotenks, if I'm freaking Ultra Vegeta Blue, if I'm Corrupt Zamasu with strong as hell attack anyway, like, combo compensation is not going to discourage me if I still have like 2-3 cards left, right? But I thought this Goku Black, when he's in base form, they're like, oh, don't use too much cards on him, because once he turns Rose, it's gonna be a big reversal. He's like, the amount of cards you put, the amount of strike and blast cards and blue cards you damage to this guy is gonna come back at you once he turns Rose. I thought that's what it was. So that's why, you know, some people, when they're Aleph Gotenks, they're 10 cards in, and they still have a full, you know, hand. They're probably discouraged now if they're still like comboing the Goku Black. They're like, oh, the next 3 strike cards I have in my hand, I can keep the combo going. But, you know, imagine if Goku Black was good. He has this kit that if he tanks 20 or 30 arts cards, once he turns Rose, his damage inflicted will be 100% more or some shit. You know? This is a kit on top of my head. But, like, imagine that. That would discourage even a red unit an offensive red unit to not combo the Goku Black anymore. You know, that's what I thought. You know, because I was looking at the defense. I'm like, oh yeah, his defense is mid. Well, not mid, but it's just good for a defense type. So I thought, okay, when they transform into Goku Black, it's gonna be the biggest fucking comeback ever. He's gonna destroy everyone. He's gonna freaking one-shot everyone, because you've been toying around thinking you could defeat the Goku Black. That's why I thought he had endurance too. They're like, okay, let's have Gotenks, who draws a bunch of cards, who's a bunch of card draw speed. Let's draw Ultra Vegeta Blue. He's a red unit. He freaking draws a bunch of freaking cards, and his unique gauge draws freaking cards. Merge Zamasu, he's super powerful. He's strike based, so, you know, he's gonna do a bunch of damage. I thought Goku Black, when he turns Rose, it's just gonna be neutral immediately. Neutral throughout the whole fight. Yeah, how many absorbed cards he tanked is gonna do irreversible, non-cancelable damage inflicted buff. You know, insane. Okay, I'll shut the fuck up. The real
value he's getting out of transforming is this. 30% healing is a lot, right? So that is nice to have. But other than that, this is actually insulting. The fact that he gets 10 counts of cover null when he transforms, this should happen anyway. Why is this on his main ability? Is this a joke? He should be getting cover null when he transforms as part of his unique ability, and then he should be getting cover null subsequently every time he enters the battlefield anyway. He doesn't need this attached to his main ability. They're making fun of us by putting this here. I legitimately think they are making fun of us by doing this. This is actually kindergarten level design. This is probably the most offensive thing in his entire kit. This right here. Is this a joke? Like, what is this? How is this here? Something else is the fact that this is actually a combination, I think. The fact that he doesn't have blast armor on his strike cards. And again, I will mention that 12 months ago, Legends Fest Part 1 Red trans.
Hold on. Strike health restoration down. The Legend space probably didn't add the actual correct. Oh, they couldn't be bothered doing the actual PNG for it. But I know what you mean. Yeah.
Transforming Ultimate Gohan. Prior to transforming, guess what he had? Blast armor on his strike cards. But this is even worse for this character because of the fact that he has a melee counter green card. Right? Essentially, Baby has the same thing. So there are a lot of parallels between this character and Super Baby 2.
But why is the monthly Aleph Super Baby so much better? Okay, Baby doesn't transform, but still.
But the main difference here is that this character doesn't have blast armor on his strike cards while Baby does. And the main reason why that's important is because in mid-range, if you have a melee counter green card and blast armor on your strike cards, you have the ability to essentially counter anything your opponent does, right? Your opponent goes for a blast in mid-range instead of a strike or a tackle. You can go with your blast armor strike card. If your opponent goes for a tackle or a mid-range strike or something, you can go with your counter green card. Right, so there's different ways you can play around things, but it all hinges on you having blast armor on your strike cards. Transformed Orange Piccolo kind of has the same interaction too, where
I don't understand, like, why do we have to reset after getting the counter successfully done? It's already hard enough that we're trying to get the opponent to like melee us, you know? If it's blue card or blast card, we're already taking a risk to getting freaking hurt, you know. And then like losing priority in this meta, losing priority with a freaking, you know, Aleph Gotenks and Ultra Vegeta Blue and freaking Legends Fierce Vegito and Merge Zamasu. Like we're taking a big freaking risk to use a green counter. Like the least you could do is make it universal if you're not going to give us blast armor and make it not reset. Just make it so we can continue the combo. Like, I don't know why we have to reset. I know it's cool when Goku Black goes, I'm getting horny. But still, like, can you just not add an extra, like, 10 frames of animation where he says, I'm getting horny, and then he just freaking kicks, kicks the freaking enemy, and then you can chain a combo with that ending animation? Like, what the hell?
He actually does have the same thing, but he has blast armor on strikes, but he has a counter green card here too. So the fact that this Rosé has this green card but doesn't have blast armor on his strikes indirectly makes his counter green card here way worse. This is a terrible counter green. So it all sort of feeds into each other, not working well at all. Like this base form Goku Black, bad.
It looks so misleading because look at the kit for the green card. Look at the kit. It's so many freaking words, but it's shit.
Counter. No blast armor, no cover null outside of this, and then him needing essentially to have this tied to his main ability to get cover null in his transform state, even though he should have it in his unique ability regardless. So really the only thing that he gets from transforming that's worth anything is just the 30% healing. That's it. So I wish they would have at least given us a way to utilize his base form to where it doesn't just strictly feel like a worse version of the transform state. Even like Vegito Blue.
Exactly. He said it perfectly. I don't know what else he's gonna sum up in the last 3 minutes, but this video is getting long, and there's some people in the comments that I want to talk about, so I don't make this video long, but I'm assuming he basically sums it up. This is like his outro now. I don't think he adds anything too much. I don't want to. I'm just gonna assume. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he does say something. I don't know. If you really want to know, then go to watch this video. Go watch this video. But the problem is, it doesn't feel good when I'm transforming to Rosé. Like it's only when I'm backed into a corner, I'm like, oh fuck, I need to transform to Rosé. Like I shouldn't be feeling that. I should be like, all right, let's go. It's Rosé time. But it's not. It's like, oh fuck. I don't want to freaking die. I need to transform to Rosé. I have a freaking green card in my hand. I'm sick of this disgusting as counter green card. I need to transform to freaking Rose. I need to utilize this green card as a long range freaking combo starter, and then I'll actually get something done in the freaking match. You know, it's just blech. It's just blech. So I'm gonna jump to the comments. So one thing I found interesting is Dogote. I'm pretty sure I shout you out before and I completely butchered your name, but I think everyone knows you. I doubt they'll do a buff, but even if they did, I have no confidence they would fix his flaws because he has that many. Yes, I've seen his tweets too. When he tier listed Goku Black, he's like just top 10. He's competent damage at most parts, competent defense, but man, the actual good in his kit is so below. Exactly. The freaking this whole thing here. The no blast cards and the tap, the melee only counter, and then the reset to mid range. It's like they designed this. It's like 3 strikes in a row. It's like a turkey of failure. Like how I feel like they specifically said, okay, no blast armor because fuck you, or you just made not universal. Okay, you need to risk. Okay, you need a freaking risk for this counter green card. Okay, here you go. A shitty green card counter. Oh yeah, and even if you successfully get it done, even though you did a big risk for, you know, low reward, we'll make the reward lower. Fuck. Yeah. And then the reply here is pretty good. I kind of like this, but I still have my takes on it. Some good buffs for him, in my opinion. Base form blast armor, so Vegeta can have it, but Goku Black can't. Make sense. Yeah, exactly. Okay, but I don't really mind not having blast armor if they make the green card that, if they make the green card that much better. If they just fix the green card for base Goku Black, then I'm fine with not having blast armor. Gage should draw a green-blue card next and give the effect that allows you to nullify card destruction for around 10 counts. This way you have more options to reset the gauge without worrying about destruction. There you go, there you go. Green and transformation shouldn't be punishable on whiff and should reset the gauge just purely off usage and not loading it. Makes it more similar to Baby, putting you and your opponent at semi-neutral if they vanish. Pretty much. Buff the amount of cancellation to 3 and make it so buff effect cancel blue cards. Okay. Green card draws 2 cards instead of 1 and applies better offense. Yep. They give Vegeta blue vanish restore on main, and transformation could at least give her... Exactly! Like we've seen it in the video. Transforming into Rose does nothing. It does nothing. It restores ki and health. The bare minimum. A freaking transforming free-to-play unit could do that. Okay, the next upcoming free-to-play unit that's transformable, whenever that'll be, it'll probably have a better transforming kit than this Goku Black. Lastly, give him some sort of standby debuff and cancellation. Exactly. Exactly. Even more than your type should exist, as Vegeta Blue is arguably number 1 by most people's standards. Also notice how much you had to write just to even make him good grade. The devs don't know well enough. Exactly. This is the least. These are big things to accomplish, to just be at the very least, to be top 5 at least. So, all in all, what am I trying to say here? Don't summon on Rose Goku Black if you haven't already. Future is going to get more buffs, okay? I'm just going to say it straight up. Even though the Vegeta Blue ban is ass, if you already summon on Vegeta Blue and you're in a weird point where you can still new CCs, just continue summoning and try to pursue Vegeta Blue. If not, just try your best to save up for part 2. Because, yeah, that's it. This video is freaking long. All right, that's it. Bye.